going on, ladies and gentlemen? Ow. Today we have the Loki from Leviathan Defense. It is a 9mm pistol caliber thingy-mabobber called the Loki from Leviathan Defense. There is three things I want to make sure you know about this gun. One, Leviathan Defense is the rifle brand for Leviathan Group. Leviathan Group is a very big marketing agency in the pew-pew industry, and I do work with them on different projects and different things, just so you know, in the spirit of full disclosure. I'm still going to tell you what I do and don't like. Every single gun from Leviathan Defense comes with this very, very nice case from Savior Equipment. It is a coffin case. I've done a review on it. It's a good value, 70, 80, 90 bucks, whatever it is, and every gun comes with it, which I think is dope. Third, what was the third? Oh, this thing takes Glock mags. Yeah, every pistol caliber carbine should take Glock mags. Now let's get into it. It comes with a bare buffer tube, so you can put on whatever brace you want. It's a standard buffer tube, so SB Tactical, you can SBR it if you choose. This one here has the Shockwave Technologies on it, but again, you put on whatever you want. Now the charging handle, it's made by Strike Industries, and I've never used or played with the Strike Industries charging handle before, so new experience for me, and it was nicer than I thought it was going to be. It is ambi. It's bigger on the left side of the gun, so you right-handed shooters like me, that is great. And I'm not going to put a low power variable optic on this very, very small 9mm, but any good size optic or anything, that charging handle sticks out a little bit more, not too much, but a little bit more. So I was pleasantly surprised with the charging handle. The grip, I was also pleasantly surprised. So most of these come with Magpul furniture, but this one has a Strike Industries grip on it. And again, I've never used a Strike Industries grip, but I was impressed. Has some good texturing on the side. It kind of has like this ribbed texture on the front and rear for her pleasure. And then it has a storage compartment on the bottom so you can keep snacks. Excuse me again. I don't know. I was pleasantly surprised with both of them. Before we get into the trigger and the controls, let Daddy pay some bills. The biggest supporter of this channel, you probably know by now, is Natchez Shooting and Outdoors. Not only are they the biggest supporter of the channel, they supply the ammo for this review, so we can get lots of rounds with this little gun. So double thank you to Natchez. The link is down you know where. No video sponsor because I'm a loser and I forgot to book one, but let's thank Neomag. I work at Neomag. Neomag is great. If you don't know Neomag, you are just wrong. Wrong. You need to get right with yourself. All right, the trigger. The trigger is a good mil-spec single-stage triggers. If you like single-stage triggers, this one you will probably love and think it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Being it's a pistol caliber carbine 9mm, I'm not going to be shooting this out 1,000 yards. The trigger is more than capable. So it has very, very little take-up. It has a good wall. The reset is tactile and audible. It's good. It's not, the best trigger I've ever felt, and it's far, far, far from the worst trigger. As always, let's take that 2-second break so you can get up close and personal and you can decide what you think about this trigger. Trigger, not bad. Moving on to the magazine release. It is a standard magazine release for when a lower takes a Glock mag. It's that extended kind of style. It's not too hard to push. Some of these get a little rough to push, but this one is not too bad. Bolt release and bolt catch is a very, very standard. Bolt locks to the rear. Release is the same, no different. And if you don't like the standard size, if you have a favorite brand, you can swap it out if you want to. The safety is an ambi safety. On the right side of the gun, it does dig into your trigger finger a little bit, so if you're like me, you may want to swap out the safety and get a smaller one on one side or whatever, or it's not really that big of a deal, but I don't know. It irks me for some reason. Now, the upper and the lower, there's a couple things we want to talk about here. First thing is going to be the color. They don't charge extra for the couple cerakote colors that they offer, which I thought was great. A lot of companies charge big bucks if you want to get a cerakote in this blue grayish kind of color. I think it looks really good. They're made from 7075 billet aluminum. Aluminum is how your proper way of saying it. It has a very, very small shell deflector on one side, and on the other side, I want to call out two things that I really actually love. I love the Leviathan Group, Leviathan Defense logo. That octopus, I think, just looks really cool. I'm a little partial. I have a big, giant underwater scene on my back, tattooed on my back, so maybe I'm a little partial, but I do like that. The other thing is the safety, fire, and full auto icons. No, mine does not go into full auto, unfortunately, but it's a stop button, a play button, and a fast forward button. Again, clever, haha, funny, with this being the name of the rifle's Loki in movies and all the things Leviathan Group does with prop houses. I don't know, I thought it was pretty cool. Okay, the handguard. The handguard has very, very solid lockup. So if you're going to think about putting a laser aiming device or an IR, night vision, anything like that on any of the Leviathan Defense handguards, their guns are good. I wouldn't worry about it at all. Obviously, you have M-lock at 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. Even though it's a very short rail, you can put some lights and lasers on there. These rail covers do come with them. I think they look good. They feel fantastic. And again, if you don't like them, you can take them off, no big deal. I don't know if I said it already, but it does have 2 anti-rotation tabs. That's part of the reason the lockup is so solid. And aesthetically, it's a very aesthetically pleasing gun. Not just the handguard, the whole thing, but it's very, very aesthetically pleasing. The foregrip you see on here is also from Strike Industries. Does not come with it. We just had some other Strike Industries accessories on here, so we threw that on there. Why not? The barrel. Now, I want to make sure you notice one thing. The handguard extends out past the end of the barrel, and it actually covers up half of the muzzle device. And aesthetically, that looks absolutely awesome. It looks so clean. It looks great. The reason I mention it, though, is if you're going to want to put a suppressor on this gun, you have to make sure it's a very thin diameter, small suppressor, because it has to fit inside of the handguard to get to the barrel. And yeah, so the barrel is only 5.5 inches. It's a very, very short barrel. Not a big deal with 9mm. It's a 1 in 10 twist. It's made in the USA like the rest of this gun. Has a nitrite finish, so the durability should be very, very good. As far as accuracy, I don't bench rest guns because that's boring unless it's like a real precision gun. But this we took out to 200 yards. Even with my old and terrible eyes, I was able to get hits out to 200 yards. And just a red dot on here. It's a Gideon Optics red dot, and it did the trick. The muzzle device that I mentioned already, it's like a CAC flash hider. I don't know if this is the CAC brand, but that flash can that pushes all the flash and the suppressant forward, again, makes extra sense on a very, very short, small gun like this. All right, let's take this bad boy apart. Look on the inside and take a look at the BCG here. It is a standard 9mm blowback BCG. It has a nitrite finish, so again, nitrite affordable to apply a nitrite finish, but very durable, lasts for a very long time. Even with all the shooting I've done, it has very little wear, a little bit on the bottom, but not bad at all. Has a weight to help slow down the BCG there, and I believe this BCG is made by Azimuth, and that's definitely not a bad thing. Azimuth probably makes 95% of the BCGs in the industry, and I'm exaggerating a whole bunch. It's nowhere near 95%, but they make a ton of BCGs for the industry, and that's not a bad thing because they make a good BCG, so no issues there. Now on the charging handle, there is a tiny bit of wear on the right side of it. It's so small it just barely catches my eye, the silver, as I move it. I don't know if you're even going to be able to see it, but I wanted to mention it. Dimensions, 22 inches. Weight, 83 ounces. Price is up on the screen. I don't want to say it because YouTube gets all mad, and everything is made in America from American-made material. I wanted to make sure I stressed that. Testing. I've had this thing since August, September time frame. I easily put 500 rounds to it. Not even close. Probably closer to 1,000 than 500. I love shooting pistol caliber carbines, especially really short boys like this. For some reason, I just find it fun. I had 0 issues, 0 malfunctions, 0 failure to fires, failure to feeds, failure of any kind. 0 issues at all. The first thing we do obviously is sight it in, get that red dot sighted in so we can plink and have some fun, and then I just played around with the range. I didn't do anything technical. We did high ready, low ready, transitions, magazine exchanges, all the normal range theatrics that we do, and I also did for Halloween, I did a skit in a Jason mask with a bunch of different guns, and this was one of them, and I don't know, I like to be goofy and have fun, and that's part of the fun that I had with this gun. All right, the pros. My first pro is actually going to be how aesthetically pleasing it is. Not only the lines and the look of it, but the color. I love the color. I love how the muzzle device sits in the handguard. It's a very clean, short look. And again, I'm very partial to pistol caliber carbines, really short ones especially. As long as it's reliable, it's going to be hard for me to say anything bad about a really short pistol caliber carbine. Everything is made from top-notch components. They're not putting any junk in here. It's ready out of the box with a lot of the features that a lot of people like. Ambi charging handle. A lot of people like ambi safeties. Has a good mil-spec trigger. So it has a lot of things right out of the box that it's ready to go, that you don't need to go crazy. What else did I have? The handguard is solid lockup if you want to use it for a laser aiming device or an IR or whatever. And then it's priced accordingly. I think that's most important. There's so much competition at this price point, and less expensive and more expensive. There's so much, but it's priced accordingly for what you get, and that's all we can really ask for. Overall, I would have no problem using this for home defense, for a truck gun, for a backpack gun. If I could put, not if I could, I should put a foldy boy on this, get a long tactical, fold it over, and then I could stick it in my Bronco, really short, in the safe, nice. That would be great, especially because it takes Glock magazines like all pistol caliber carbines should. Before you go, Nachos, I want to thank them for the third time in this video. They are the biggest supporter of the channel. They supplied the ammo for this review, and that is just very, very nice of them. So thank you to them. No video sponsor, but I'm going to call out Neomag again because they're awesome. They employ me, which is great, and we actually make innovative products. Most people in this industry are not making innovative products, but our owner, Greg at Neomag, is innovating. We have some really cool products. Anyway, most important, guys, thank you for watching. If you think I deserve it, please click that subscribe button. It means the world to me. It helps me. I'm trying to get to 50,000 subs, slow and steady. So if you think I deserve it, like, comment, definitely subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!